We all know that the Chicago Bears have to address the trenches in the 2025 offseason. And luckily for them, there is a lot of top options in the 2025 NFL draft. But the Bears need all three most important positions on both sides of the trenches, and that is edge, defensive tackle, and offensive tackle. The Bears do have an edge in Montez Sweat, but he needs help. They do have a defensive tackle in Javon Dexter Sr. He needs help. An offensive tackle, Darnell Wright looks promising, but Braxton Jones, not so much. I'm here to break down the top three options at each position at number 9 at the moment. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Now, before I begin today's show, hit that like button if you want the Bears to address the trenches at number 9 in this upcoming draft, along with commenting below who you want the Bears to pick at number 9 overall. And are you a Bears fan, want free Bears news and content? Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you do so, we are giving away a custom Chicago Bears jersey of your choice. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment who you want to pick at number 9. All right, so the first option that I'm going to go over today that the Bears could get at number 9 if they're available is Will Campbell, offensive tackle out of LSU. The 6'6", 320-pound offensive tackle is 21 years old, attending LSU, and he is the number 1 ranked offensive lineman in the nation at the moment. It's going to be pretty tough to get him at number 9, but with how the Bears are going, they're probably going to move into the top 5, which they can trade up, they can do a lot of things, but Will Campbell is an option and at all cost. Overall, he has a 94 out of 100 grade according to NFLDraftBuzz.com, along with a 90 out of 100 pass block, 92 out of 100 run block, and he's only allowed 1 quarterback hurry, no quarterback hits, no sacks, and 1 penalty so far this season for the Tigers. And that is an absolute top left tackle that you go out and get, kind of like Joe Alt. And just look how Alt is doing this year for the LA Chargers, a pretty darn good job. Campbell, though, runs a 5.2 40 time, which is big for a guy at his size and makes him the ability to move on the run. He is on ESPN's top 10 athletic freaks due to his size and crazy athleticism, along with he is voted to have the best offensive line footwork in the NCAA, according to top scouts, along with the best run and pass blocking grades in college football, which is great for motion and swing plays, along with just overall protection for Caleb Williams. His crazy awareness allows him to pick up double teams and call out different packages. He has a very high football IQ, according to scouts as well, which makes him very, very beneficial in the film room as well. And he's reliable. Never missed a game during college. This guy is the real flipping deal. And I wanted the Bears to go out and get Joe Alt last year in the NFL draft. We got Roma Dunze, which is totally fine. But if we got Joe Alt, a big, fast, strong, and crazy athletic offensive tackle, that is exactly what Will Campbell brings. And I would like to take him and help this offensive line get to the next level. And again, if you want a Super Bowl team, you go out and get the best left tackle possible. And I will say this one more time. We will have to trade up for him. But right now, with the Bears projected at 9, could end up at 5. Throw in a 3rd, maybe a 4th to move up a spot or 2, and just get into the position to take the best left tackle available. We're not going to spend it in free agency. Would rather build through the draft. With my second option at number 9 for the Chicago Bears at the defensive tackle position is Walter Nolen, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. The projected top 10 pick is the 2nd-ranked defensive tackle in the NFL draft this year. At 6'3", 305 pounds, this guy is a one-man wrecking crew. A 90 out of 100 overall grade, 79 out of 100 tackling grade, 88 out of 100 pass rush grade, and 96 out of 100 run defense grade, according to NFL Draft Buzz. The rush defense grade is why I am going to want to bring him in. After losing Andrew Billings this year, the Bears went from 13th to 28th in rush defense. Bears need to address that depth. We have Andrew Billings for one more year, but this guy could be the Bears' answer, along with Javon Dexter Sr., which this guy is only 2 years younger than him. They could be a 2-man wrecking crew for a long time for this Bears defensive line and bring back the monsters of the Midway. On top of that, too, Nolen brings a complete game plan to the Chicago Bears. And here's how I want to break it down for you real quick. This kid gets after the quarterback and his stats absolutely show for it. 6.5 sacks, 48 total tackles, 25 solo, 14 tackles for loss, 38 quarterback hits, 4 pass deflections, and 2 fumble recoveries this year alone at Ole Miss. Being one, I can see why he's the number 2 defensive tackle in the NFL draft this upcoming year so far. But this is what the Bears need: a kid that can get after the quarterback, but specifically stop the run, especially up the middle. A big force, athletic, can get around guards too, and great footwork according to scouts. That is very big for the Chicago Bears and why I hope they're highly interested in him. Now, quickly before we get into today's show, further on the last guy I want to hit on, I would like to thank today's sponsor, or Authentico. Organic tequila on the move at all times. The Chicago-based startup is made in Guadalajara, Mexico, and is 100% USDA organic, along with no additives. Comes in 3 fantastic flavors, great for palomas, margaritas, ranch water, you name it, any of your tequila needs. Make sure you go to the link in the description now to find it near you, or if you order online, you get 10% off. So the last guy I'm going to talk about today fills in to become Montez Sweat's partner in crime, and that's Princley Umanmielen out of Ole Miss as well. That Ole Miss defensive line is insanely scary. Ranked the 2nd edge in this upcoming draft out of Ole Miss at 6'4", 257 pounds. This guy is unbelievable. 89.7 out of 100 grade, 76 out of 100 tackling, 98 out of 100 pass rush, and 85 out of 100 rush defense. This guy is super fast at getting to the backfield because he is great at accelerating very rapidly and has great feel for his angles to spin around offensive tackles and be very athletic for a guy his size. Huge pop off the snap as well, which helps quickly weaken his opponent on the offensive line. A very high football IQ, which shows good reaction skills and understanding offensive schemes. Huge length and wingspan for good reach and covers a lot of ground, and a high motor, and he fights off through contact to apply pressure and get to the backfield or the quarterback. Strong tracking ability too, especially running a 4.48 40 time. Absolutely insane. And his stats show for it. 10.5 sacks, 34 total tackles, 17 being solo, 13 tackles for loss, 35 quarterback hits, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery, which he returned for a touchdown. Really athletic, great, big, covers a lot of ground. That's exactly what the Bears need. And just imagine that rotation if we bring back Darrell Taylor. But also we have Austin Booker, and we have DeMarcus Walker for another year. It'd be Montez Sweat, Princley, DeMarcus Walker, Austin Booker, good Darrell Taylor. Good Lord. I mean, it would just be crazy. You wouldn't be able to stop the edges, and that's going to be big for the Chicago Bears. Guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, though. And honestly, out of these 3, I want Will Campbell. We need to address the offensive line to protect Caleb Williams. There's tons of defensive tackles that are big and fast that we can go out and get. But overall, if we're going to do this right, I'm willing to trade up, and I'm willing to get Will Campbell. And I want to hear what you guys have to say, too, because any of these guys are great options. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.